Hello there YouTube and welcome to a Who review. I am Davros and I am a Whovian, and today I am reviewing Doctor Who Robots. So this is a serial from 1974, only just in 1974. It eventually, because it goes out into 1975 because this aired at the very end of December of 1974. Yeah, this is a classic serial starring Tom Baker and Elizabeth Sladen and Nick Courtney and the guy, what's his name, who plays Harry in it. It's gone now, but yeah, this is a serial from 1974 where the Doctor and U.N.I.T encounter this strange robot which has organic metal apparently and grows bigger and is artificially aware and created by scientist Professor Kettlepot, who is played by an actor, I can't remember his name now, but he was in a previous serial from 1968 called The Invasion where he played a different character. But he was playing a different character again in this serial, Professor Kettlepot. And the Doctor and U.N.I.T have to stop this robot before it gets too big and insane. So this takes place just after the serial Planet of the Spiders. So the episode pretty much opened. The first episode pretty much opens where the third Doctor has just regenerated into the fourth Doctor and he's in his post-regeneration state for a good majority of the first episode, but then recovers from it and gets back to work. So let's get on to my likes and dislikes about this. First of all, I liked that this is Tom Baker's first outing as the Doctor. I mean, at the time he was just the new Doctor. You know, John Pertwee had been a great Doctor, serving 5 years in the role. Well, 5 years as the third Doctor. So Tom Baker pretty much had big shoes to fill, and apparently at that time people took a while warming up to him, but little did people know that Tom Baker would become the most iconic incarnation of the Doctor of all time, as he is still to this day the longest running Doctor, and this was just the start of his 7-year run as the Time Lord. So yeah, I like Tom Baker in this. Tom Baker is one of my favourite classic Doctors, and I like the smiles, the curls, the charms. He definitely brought something new to the table after the people were used to John Pertwee's dashing dandiness. Please do excuse the noise outside. I have my window open because it's very warm today. So, yeah, I like Tom Baker's performance in this. I like the riddles and the dizziness he spoke in at first because he was just recovering from regeneration, and he was like, you know, just still coming to terms with his new body. He even mentioned as well, regeneration's like moving into a new house. It takes some settling in, some preparing. So I like that. I like that he acknowledged he regenerated again and transformed and everything, and was becoming aware of that. I also like Sarah Jane Smith's character, played by Elizabeth Sladen. She did a great performance as well as Sarah. You know, because like I say, the companion of the Doctor always represents us, the humans, and for her it was a big change as well. I mean, we'd already seen this twice before with the first and the second Doctor, and then it's the third Doctor regenerating. So if you'd watched Doctor Who from the start back then, you could see it was like a big change. It was a change that you could see coming. This was also the first time ever. I mean, the first time ever they used the term regeneration. I mean, they used it for the first time in the serial Planet of the Spiders, but this is where they carried the word regeneration on, and it's been called the regeneration ever since. Before that, it was just called like the change, the transition, or whatever. But either way, that's what it's become known as to this day, the regeneration, where every so often the character of the Doctor changes their body. And like Colin Baker said, whoever came up with the regeneration is a genius, because the show wouldn't have lasted as long as it has done to this very day. And of course the show had regenerated as well by then in 1974. John Pertwee, you know, had enough of being the Doctor because, you know, Katie Manning left. Roger Delgado was killed in a car accident. and he just didn't feel like this was his role anymore, so he just wanted to be out and leave, and I think he did good, as the Doctor, and he knew himself it was time to move on. But yeah, the Fourth Doctor was a whole new breath of fresh air, and it was the beginning of the Fourth Doctor, and he would carry on playing the Doctor for the rest of that decade, the 70s. I also like Nicholas Courtney in this as the Brigadier. He's been a reoccurring character ever since the Patrick Troughton era. Or was he playing the Brigadier in the Daleks' Master Plan? Either way, Nick Courtney has worked with all 7 Doctors from the original run, and was like a regular during John Pertwee's first few years of the Doctor, but then became like a reoccurring part-timer. But yeah, Nick Courtney has been great as the Brigadier all over the years, and this time he got to see the regeneration happen before his own eyes. I also like the robot in this. Now, this robot, by today's standards, it's like you can clearly see it's a guy in some like foil boxes, whatever. But at the time in the 70s, it was probably quite good effects. They even had good effects for it to grow big as well, because the robot could grow big. So I like the cheap effects they had for the time, because, it was the 70s and they had to make do with what they had. But one effect that, here's a little dislike, one effect which I could clearly see was terrible, was a tank. Now, there was a tank in this, where it was meant to go up to the robot. It was clearly like the robot was there and the tank was really close up in the camera, like my hand now in front of the camera is bigger than this hand. That's what it was like, and I think, oh come on, you can clearly tell that is a toy tank. So that was a bit cheesy and a bit awfully good. Yeah, but yeah, like I said, Doctor Who's been known for recycling actors. They had the same actor who played Professor Watkins in The Invasion, played this time Professor Kettlepot, who created the robot. Yeah. Anyhow, this was an okay serial. It was a great way to start Tom Baker's run as the Doctor, and this was a great way to end 1974, I imagine, as you went into 1975. Because this aired like 2 days before New Year's Eve, 1974, and went out into 1975. But yeah, I thought this episode was a good watch. Great way to introduce everyone to the Fourth Doctor. And this is a very family-friendly serial. I mean, the certificate for this is Universal, so anyone can watch it. So yeah, Doctor Who Robot. So, final thoughts and ratings. I thought Doctor Who Robot was a good serial. Great way to bring us into the Fourth Doctor run, and everyone did a great job in this, apart from some cheesy effects. But yeah, it was an okay serial. So, with all that being said, I'm going to give Doctor Who Robot, I'm going to give it 4 out of 5. So that has been my Who review on Doctor Who Robot. Have you seen it? Let me know down in the comments below. If you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to share with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and to hit that notification bell and share with your friends. All my social media links are down below, so you can check all that out. I have been Davros the Whovian, and until next time, run for your life.